Today we're going to be taking a look at a state-of-the-art power amplifier meant for the DIY community. This comes to us from the Hypex company under the name DIY Class D. If you've spent any time researching high-end amplifiers, you'll know that a lot of top manufacturers are now actually using Hypex modules in their products. This is because they offer state-of-the-art performance like ultra-low noise, low distortion, and very high power output capabilities. In the past, you could actually get your hands on modules like this, but you'd need to be capable of designing the entire amplifier around it. Thankfully, DIY Class D has done all of the design work for us. They now offer an all-in-one kit that combines a state-of-the-art power supply, amp modules, and an aluminum chassis. DIY Class D did send this amplifier to me, but only as a review unit. That means I'm not being paid for this review, and I will be shipping this back to them when I'm done with the video. My only real hope here was that the DIY community had some interest in taking a closer look at this and getting some subjective thoughts on it. Now let's quickly cover some of the specifications. The Class D modules are capable of 250 watts per channel at 2 ohms, yes 2 ohms, 300 watts per channel at 4 ohms, and 260 watts per channel at 8 ohms. Both modules here are going to share the same PS500 power supply. Inputs are going to be balanced XLR only with a 12-volt trigger. Outputs are going to be dual gold-plated binding posts. All of this is going to come packaged in a robust aluminum chassis. We start the assembly with the chassis. All of the parts you see are solid aluminum. The parts feel weighty and premium. The feet are nice aluminum discs with rubber, and they'll hold the bottom of the chassis together. With the base together, we're ready to drop in the power supply. The supply comes with standoffs pre-installed, and we'll thread a few screws in through the bottom plate. With the base on its side, the screws are really easy to locate and turn in. After that, we're ready to drop in the Nilai modules. These are really beautifully made. It's a shame we won't see them when the amp is together. They have a really nice polished finish on the bottom plate. I assume this is for heat sinking. With our modules in place, we're ready to move on to the back plate. We'll start with the speaker binding posts. They'll slide through with a retaining nut on the inside. It may be a bit tough to see, but the plastic housing actually has a provision for the speaker wire that will help to guide it downward. I really like this, and I think it's a nice touch. While we're here, I'll go ahead and attach the leads for the amp modules. After that, we've got our XLR inputs to connect. These are really simple to install, as one side is shaped a bit differently, as it also includes a switch for the dimming for the front LED. Next, we'll pop in the IEC socket and a fuse and our main power switch. While we're here, we'll go ahead and attach a few jumpers and leads for the power supply. With the backplate done in just a few minutes, we're now ready to attach it to our chassis. This is just a few simple screws and a ground wire. Our first connection will be the main power supply feed, and then we're ready to connect our speaker terminals to the amp modules. We'll attach one side of our LED wire and leave that alone for now. Then we'll do a larger ribbon from XLR to power, and finish connecting the XLR inputs to the amp modules. After that, we're ready to run power to the amp modules via these colored harnesses. They suggest that we give these a few twists, and I suspect this is to combat signal interference. The last connection to make will be our front LED panel and power switch. With this complete, we can slide the top plate into place and attach our faceplate, and in just about an hour, I'm done. For listening tests, my setup is my Abeso DX300 as a streamer running via coax into my state-of-the-art Pecan Pi DAC from Orchard Audio, running via XLR into the DIY Class D. I use several pairs of speakers, including these Tangband coaxials I built a few months back. Now, one thing I really appreciate about this kit is that the instructions make all of this crystal clear. There's really no second guessing yourself here. All of the schematics are going to be fully colorized and highly detailed, so there's really no guesswork involved. Another thing is that all of the connections are pre-crimped and pre-soldered, so there's none of the busy work for you to do here. Everything is really just going to be plug and play. As a DIYer, I'd like to keep my subjective thoughts grounded in reality, so I'm just going to tell you that I think this amp sounds great. There is no audible noise at idle, even on my really efficient horn speakers. The bass output is full and rich, as you would expect of an amp at this price point. The mids and highs are nice and smooth. There's no harshness that's often associated with Class D. I think they were really smart to take their time and build a good chassis, as this really does help to bring this into the mainstream and open this up to more buyers. With honest power ratings and state-of-the-art performance, I think this is a pretty good value if it fits within your budget. Sadly, I'll be sending this back for now, but I think I could see myself buying this next time I'm in the market for a power amplifier. That's all for now. I really appreciate you watching to the end. If you're interested in DIY speaker building, consider checking out some of my other videos. DIY audio is all we do on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.